A very basic necessity for people with disabilities is access. Access to public spaces, education, health, services, employment, justice, and much more. And trying to effectuate all this is a man who has been diligently transforming the immense potential of the neglected rural disabled, a worthwhile and beneficial reality for the disability movement and for India as a nation. He is a person who is admired for his courage, outstanding achievements, and noble qualities. Meet Mr. S. SANKARA RAMAN, who is one of the pioneers in creating a cross-disability movement in India, encouraging people with different disabilities to work on common and collective solutions. Mr. S. SANKARA RAMAN is equipping India's rural disabled, a large yet neglected segment of the population, with the rehabilitation, organizational, and legal resources to develop significant political capacity and to emerge as a powerful force leading a new phase of India's disability movement. He has seen life way too close at a very young age, making him invulnerable to anything anybody threw at him.
I am Sankara Raman. You are seeing me sitting on a wheelchair. If you have any doubts about my capabilities, don't have any such misgivings. I am as capable as anybody else in the world. I was 4-year-old when I still vaguely recollect that I was taken to a hospital in Bangalore. A lot of medical treatments were given to me. I always thought that I was like anybody else, but I did not know then that I soon was to be confined to a wheelchair life. I was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. During my 9th standard, I started stumbling and falling. My hands became shaky and I could not draw or paint anymore. My back became so weak that it started to develop a curve.
He faced a lot of struggles in life, both psychologically, physically, emotionally, everything, because he was deteriorating constantly, and whatever he was able to do one day, even the very next day, he wasn't able to do.
At one stage, I had to be in a crawling condition and later moving on my bottoms. By the age of 15, I was totally paralyzed. The fury of God was unstoppable. That was a big impact on me that made me feel I am not capable of anything. Suddenly I started losing friends. I don't have people to talk about. I am not able to go to school.
He didn't show much of it outside. He didn't talk about it to us. He didn't reveal any of this. Anytime I asked him, he said, yeah, everything is fine, I'm coping well, but we had to read through the lines.
I didn't want to show my weakness to my parents and sisters. That would make them feel unhappy. My turning point was I got excellent marks when I finished my 11th standard, which surprised many of my own family people, including my parents. That gave me a lot of encouragement and confidence that I can do well.
அப்பொழுது திரு சங்கரராமன் அவர்கள் 5ஆம் வகுப்பு சேர்வதற்காக 1973 6ஆம் வகுப்பு படிக்கும்போது நான் எல்லா மாணவர்களையும் what are you going to be என்று கேட்டபோது சங்கரராமன் I am going to be an auditor என்று கூறினார். அவர் கூறியபடியே CA படித்து முடித்து தங்கப்பதக்கம் பெற்று சிறந்த மாணவனாக வெளியேறினார்.
Myself and Sankara Raman studied together and completed the Chartered Accountancy course in the year 1985. I learned from him that if one can overcome these barriers, then sky is the limit.
I'm an chartered accountant practicing for more than 4 decades. Mr. SANKARA RAMAN did articles under me and completed his CA in first attempt. Though he was disabled, he never expected any facilities from us.
I was just 22 years old when I started practicing, and my disability was not welcomed easily by people. The progress was not easy, but I never wanted to accept that I am not capable of doing a particular thing.
He would come up with plans to circumvent the slightest inconvenience, but was equally fine riding his wheelchair over the bumps and cracks of life when he had to. At his core, he is a change maker, a leader.
I believe that the disability should not be considered as a constraint. It is a condition where one can work with and be productive.
He strongly believes in giving people with disabilities a sense of belonging in society. He wants people to believe that the impossible can be made possible. All one needs to do is to take the first step. Mr. Raman is a legend of his own, working tirelessly every day so that his goal can be achieved, and whatever he has achieved is absolutely on his own merit.
In 1991, I met one amazing man. He was Mr. Ramakrishnan. He had visions and dreams for creating a valley for the disabled people, which was a concept which amazed me a lot. I could see the possibilities to bring out the potentials of the young children and transform the quality of lives of the disabled. I decided to stay at Amar Seva Sangam permanently with Ramakrishnan.
SANKARA RAMAN came to Amar Seva Sangam to see the activities. When he went through my diary, he made up his mind to help Amar Seva Sangam. He started organizing Amar Seva Sangam in a professional way.
Every aspect of this Amar Seva Sangam is his brainchild.
We had a vision of creating a township for the disabled with all facilities under one roof for any type of disability, and we have progressed a lot. The progress of Amar Seva Sangam has astonished even me. The number of children and the number of youth who have got a new lease of life is amazing and unimaginable. I could see the children with disabilities lying behind their cots in a corner of their huts are now proudly roaming around on the roads in wheelchairs and tricycles, in mobile bikes, and earning their livelihood. We would have catered something anywhere up to 3,000 people with disabilities to have a good life. We would have turned around more than 700 people from our institutional rehabilitation programs, and our survey has shown that more than 80% of them are well settled in life.
Shri SANKARA RAMAN, Secretary of Amar Seva Sangh, is a very unique individual. To give refuge to accept physical disability, he converted all those into opportunities for a good life. Amar Seva Sangh is what is today both Dr. Ramakrishnan ji and SANKARA RAMAN ji. We salute both of them.
I would appeal to all to help this organization as much as possible, because it is service particularly to the poor and the disabled.
From an institution which was hardly a 1 lakh budget organization has now become a 10 crore budget organization. It is really the God's grace that we have progressed this much. I would like to see myself in that kind of an India where everything is equal and there is no disadvantage for disabled people.
SANKARA RAMAN is a taskmaster. a hard worker, a professional to the core.
His energy is abundant in reaching out to more and more people with new initiatives. He firmly believes that given a level playing field, every disabled in the country can reach higher levels.
SANKARA RAMAN sir வந்து ஒரு அற்புதமான மனிதர். அவர் வந்து சமுதாயத்தில் ஒதுக்கப்பட்ட குழந்தைகளுக்காண்டி நல்லா பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ட்டு ஒரு சங்கம் ஆரம்பித்து அதில் வந்து அவர் ஒரு முன்னோடியாக விளங்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க. இந்த
It's really amazing to see his grit and determination in achieving his goals. I also see that he is quick in adapting the latest technology.
He is the discoverer of the value of the disabled. My boss, our Honorable Secretary, Mr. SANKARA RAMAN.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. I did not look up. I look up down at SANKARA RAMAN and can say, here is a little star. No, it's a big star, superstar.
SANKARA RAMAN sir is a highly motivative, active and inspirational person I have ever seen in the world.
My perception is SANKARA RAMAN, he himself has a feeling that his best has not come out yet. That's my perception, and probably he is striving for that.
I am a person who always want challenges. I feel that the God has given an opportunity, a chance to me to prove my abilities.
I am very fortunate to live with a role model each and every day, and he is a very inspiring personality and very hardworking and very good creation of God, and he is always thinking about the development of the physically challenged and their upliftment. I don't know how to describe our 20 years of joyful togetherness.
This is a multifaceted man who has truly been sent into this world to make the lives of others easier. It is because of him today that many people with disabilities have a sense of pride and ownership over their own lives. They can work on changing their destinies by fighting for what is rightfully theirs. There are several achievements credited to his name, and he believes in giving people with disabilities what they require the most: a voice. Mr. Raman is a true role model, and he is waging a war against adversities with remarkable courage, inspiring millions.
We also love to be loved. We also can have families. We also can have children. Can the society understand all this? Has the God been very biased? Or is our creation has any special purpose? These are the questions which I am still trying to find answers.